It can be good to have ChatGPT do your resume. I think it kind of looks good on the surface. The problem with using ChatGPT is that recruiters and hiring managers are looking at over 100 applicants, sometimes 200 applicants for one role. Now, the thing about looking at so many resumes is that they can pick pretty quickly which ones use ChatGPT and which don't, because there's a pattern to the language that ChatGPT uses by default. So here, with over a decade of professional experience in software development, I bring a robust skill set in JavaScript, blah, 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 right? So I'm just going to put on the screen now another person's profile on LinkedIn with their intro paragraph, which says, with over 5 years of experience as a front-end engineer, I am passionate about creating impactful and user-centric web and mobile applications that solve real-world problems and deliver value to customers. Now, if you look at what ChatGPT gave me before, there are a lot of similarities into the type of language that it uses, right? It's using patterns of language that are consistent, that are the same. It's using patterns of language that are the same. It kind of looks good for you as one person, right? But when you're on the other side of the equation, when you're a recruiter or a hiring manager, you're looking at hundreds of resumes, right? You can tell which ones are written with ChatGPT. Maybe the best option is have a go yourself at writing the paragraph yourself. Ask ChatGPT for a version of it, and then maybe mix and match it together, or pick the bits that you like from each one. Maybe that's a better option. I think if you just take ChatGPT on its own, people are going to know straight away that ChatGPT wrote it. I think the problem with some of these LLMs is that you can kind of tell that it was written by an LLM. So I'm sure as LLMs get more advanced, they're going to be more creative and have more randomization and more differences between generations and that kind of thing for different people. But at this point in time, I guess this is using ChatGPT 3.5, which is the free version, which everyone, I guess, has access to. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend using this output just straight up as it is and copying and paste it into your resume. I think people will be able to tell straight away that ChatGPT wrote it. It's the thing about a resume is you have to be unique. So you have 100 people, right? If you're using the same phrasings, the same words as everybody else, you're not going to stand out amongst 100 people. The whole goal of what you need to do is make your resume stand out. Now, one of the primary ways I think you do that with your intro paragraph is to highlight the areas where you're unique, right? Everybody kind of works with these kind of technologies. Maybe the technology was mentioned in the job ad. Everybody, a lot of like engineers work in cross-functional teams. A lot of them are learning and innovating and driving change and user experiences. So none of that is unique. I think the way to bring some unique value is maybe you did something exceptional using TypeScript or a particular project that you worked on, something that stands out in someone's mind or something that you're proud about. The one thing I've recommended people do in the past is to think about who you are in your entirety, from not just the technologies that you know, but what makes you you. And there's certain different combinations of what makes you. So that's what you want to actually highlight on your resume. Some people have weird and wonderful degrees. Maybe you have a degree in psychology or something, right? But now you're a software developer. Maybe you changed career as a software developer after being a lawyer or something like that. Those things are actually interesting. They're actually things that are unique. Probably out of 100 people, maybe no one else out of those 100 people have worked as a lawyer before. So put it in your intro paragraph because it's something that stands out. It's something that is unique. When someone comes across it, it's like, that's interesting. What you're actually trying to do with your resume is to have interesting prompts for conversations and questions in interviews. If somebody calls you from reading your resume, say a recruiter calls you and asks you a question, so what, you were a lawyer before? What made you decide to go and do software development as a career? If a recruiter asks you that question, bang, it means that your intro paragraph nailed its job. Your resume created the opportunity for somebody to take interest in you above everybody else, To have it's like a bait. It's bait that's been dangling there. Someone took the hook, right? The recruiter took the hook. You dangled the bait and they took the hook. When they ask you questions in interviews, that's when you know that you've positioned yourself in a unique manner, in an interesting manner, in a way that kind of gives them nice, easy ways to have conversations with you and find out more about you in interviews. Getting the interview is the primary goal of the resume. It doesn't have to do anything else. So the more that you can put in here that actually makes you unique, makes you stand out amongst 100 people, that's the actual goal you want to hit. Using ChatGPT is not going to do it for you.